Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Vail here on TV8. It is Wednesday, August 3rd, and there is a beautiful shot of the Eagle Airport. A lot going on out there. Little raindrops last night came in, a little precipitation dropped. When Maddie's going to get with the weather here in a minute, let us know what's in store for tomorrow and the rest of the week. If today is your birthday, happy birthday to you, but you also share it with some very famous people. Tom Brady turns 44 today, a local here in the Vail Valley. James Hetfield from Metallica is 58 years old. Martha Stewart, 80 years old. Can you believe that? Martha Stewart turns 80 years old today. And Tony Bennett is 95. Now, last year I got to spend Tony's birthday with him at the Boathouse there in Central Park in New York. Wasn't sitting at his table, but was right beside him to celebrate birthday number 94. So happy birthday to you, Tony. Now, on this day, back in 1495, Christopher Columbus set sail to find that new world. He had 3 ships and a crew of 90 people. We're going to ask Maddie later if she knows the names of those 3 ships. So Maddie, while you're pondering that question, fill us in on the local weather.
Oh man, Kevin, I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer that question, but I'm going to maybe get to the phone and Google some things after this quick weather forecast. But for today, we are expecting to see those temperatures warm up progressively. 60 degrees around 8 a.m., a high of 79, 40% chance of rainfall, partly cloudy skies, scattered thunderstorms, northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the course of today. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see that cloud coverage slowly increasing. We're going to see that high take place between that 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock hour, and then we are going to start to see those scattered thunderstorms around that 4 o'clock time frame, just continuing throughout the early evening, and then it'll dissipate by 8 o'clock. Now, as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, the temperatures down in Denver are going to feel nice and warm. 89 degrees in Denver, 20% chance of precipitation, so partly cloudy skies in Denver with maybe a little bit of moisture. 79 in Vail, 83 in Avon, 86 in Eagle. So only slight chances of precipitation both out to the east and to the west of us, but here in the mountains, we are expecting to see those increased chances of moisture come our way. Now, as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures cooling down. 50 degrees is our overnight low. 20% chance of rainfall, partly cloudy skies. That sun going down just a little bit earlier. Still, by the day, 8:18 is when we're going to see that set tonight. Now, northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour overnight tonight, so just be prepared for that slight breeze to be rolling throughout the course of all day today. Now, as we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, tomorrow, decreased chances of precipitation, only 20% chance of moisture coming our way. 82 degrees is our high, mostly sunny skies tomorrow, but then as we make our way into the weekend, this low pressure system coming in above us, this monsoonal season that we are having right now is definitely out in full force. 70% chance of precipitation on Saturday continuing, on Friday continuing into Saturday, and then dissipating to 60% chance by Sunday, 50% chance by Monday. We're going to start to see those temperatures slowly dip down into the mid-70s. So if you're getting out there, just be prepared with your rain jacket with you. We want to thank Lamina Jewelers for bringing you this weather report this morning. If you're looking for a great place to go shopping, they've got fine fossils and minerals and great jewelry, so make sure that you go check them out. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to tell you where Kevin's been and what Kevin has been up to over the course of the last couple of weeks, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
I've been helping homeowners improve their home for a lot of years. They think it's intimidating, but it actually can be a lot of fun.
And we're here to help.
Here you go.
Dad's the expert, but I've learned a few things along the way.
Practical, realistic home improvement information is what today's homeowner is all about.
There's nothing like turning your house into your home, and that's what we help you do every week.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Flashback on Vail Valley. Hard to keep a secret when you are getting interviewed on TV8. We're taking a look back in time at vintage TV8 segments. If you'd like any more information or to see any more vintage or classic cuts from TV8, check out tv8vail.com. Taking a look back in time right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Kevin has been gone for a little bit. We've really missed him here at TV8, but he's been on a whirlwind of adventure doing something so very cool, and you can just tell by this incredible jersey next to me. Kevin, what have you been up to?
It's like an episode of Where's Waldo, except it's like Where's Kevin?
Right.
So I was in France. I flew into France. I qualified for the USA team to race for the USA team at the World Championship for BMX in Nantes, France.
Wow.
Yes.
That's not an easy feat, and especially because last time we were sitting on the couch kind of chatting about where you were going and what you were going to do, you had just fallen here and broken your kneecap.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was at the GoPro Games, broke my
Yes.
kneecap, had to stop training, start focusing on rehab, was doing a lot of things in rehab, a lot of physical therapy, was in a brace, doing some oxygen therapy as well in a hypergenic chamber, trying to get infused, help the healing process, get it going. But I was probably 80% going into the race, which was fine. It was about the experience, and it was a lot of fun. Again, when you're in France, how can you not have a good time?
Right. How can you not complain? And so here are your pictures from when you were there, and you can see this entire uniform looks incredible. We've also got one of you smiling, so you don't look so serious.
Yeah, that was our headshots. We got there, so we flew in to France. We got there.
There we go. There's
Saturday morning, and it was hot. I think everybody's heard about the heat wave that's going on over in Europe right now, and it was super hot. So we landed. We had to be in Nantes, which is about 3.5 hours away. We had team meeting, and then we had a practice at an off-site track, and kind of get the game plan ready for the week. So had 2 days of practice, once off-site, and then we got to practice on the track. I wish I had one more day to practice on the track. It was fast.
Yeah, so you were saying a little bit earlier that this track was different from some of the other ones that you compete in, which tell us why.
Well, there's a lot. Number one, the composite that they made the track out of, it was almost like a pea gravel, kind of a volcanic pea gravel. So it was hard pack, really fast. The gate typically at a regular BMX track is about 15 to 18 feet high off the ground as you come down into the first set of jumps and things like that. This one was close to 30, 32 feet. And so you're coming down hard and fast. And there was a lot of, it's about momentum on this track, 100% momentum. If you lost anything in the first turn, your race was kind of over. So I had 2 really good races and 1 very bad race where I just had to shut it down and you can't catch up. So,
right.
But it was so much fun being there with the team, the spectators. Again, there were 28 countries represented at this race. I got to meet a couple new friends that I raced against, and we're going to stay in touch over Facebook and that kind of thing. So.
And so are you going to compete in next year's championship? So training is going to start right now, and what does training look like? Training
starts now. Strength training, a lot of strength training. Get back again. I'm still recovering from my knee, so I've got to get back in the gym, do the strength training, and then back on the track to do some things because, again, our season here in Colorado is so short because of when winter moves in. So I go find a parking garage to do sprints in. Occasionally, if the weather is good, down in Grand Junction, Grand Valley BMX, great crew down there in Grand Valley. Got a great track, have a supercross track also. So try to get out there and get some track time before I'll probably race Grand Nationals this year in Tulsa in November.
Wow, you're staying really busy and you're making sure that you're in a constant flow with competing, and who knew? I also have, one day we'll bring them out, the most hilarious pictures of a very young, sprightly Kevin in his BMX uniform. So this is something you've been doing for a really long time.
Yeah, the story is really fun. We don't have enough time to get into it on air. I started when I was 12, and it was just happened by circumstance. Had a little town, started racing, and Factory Riders, #1 pro, a guy named Bobby Encinas was coming in town. He raced for Shimano with another amateur pro, going into the pro leagues, Brett Allen, who raced for a company called Mongoose Bikes. Their truck broke down in my hometown, a little town in Indiana, as they were going through, and they ended up spending about 3 weeks with us, stayed at the house, and so I got to get into the sport with them. Mongoose and Shimano were so grateful, they sent me like 4 bikes.
Wow.
After they left, and that was kind of how everything got started.
Which is really cool, and you just continued. You took a break from it for a little while when you got into skeleton.
Yep.
Kevin has been a man of many lives.
9 lives, I think I've used all of them up, so no room for error.
No way, you've cycled back to the first one of BMX, so therefore it's 1 life.
But it's been a lot of time. It's been a great experience. Something I've met very good friends with. My kids, Adam and Luke, got involved with it, so we got to travel around and do a lot of things together. So it's been a lot of great memories, a lot of wonderful experiences. And I thought I was going to be done with it this year, but I think I've got another year left in me.
I think you've got another year left in you too. Look at this cool jersey, and look, it even has your name on it. Yep. I mean, this is incredible, and it's really cool to see that you're still doing it all these years later.
Yep, it's fun. Keeps me young.
It keeps you young, keeps you fresh, keeps you out there.
Yeah.
Well, Kev, if there are any young riders that are watching, or any parents who maybe have children who are watching who are getting into biking and BMX, what is your one word of advice?
Practice and make the best of it and have fun. That's kind of what it's about. You know, the great thing about BMX, it is a friendly sport of competition. You race against friends, and it's about, again, the experiences and making those friendships and relationships. So get out there and just have fun.
Get out there and have fun. Kev, thanks so much for chatting with us about all the cool things that you've been up to. You're like a legend here in the Valley now.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Maddie.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back from the break, you're going to spend some more time with Kevin and I on the couch as we chat about all the great things taking place in and around our community.
Good morning, Vail.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us, the Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Hi, my name is Tegan Davis with the Eagle Valley Library District, inviting you to get a library card at any of our branches, Avon, Eagle, or Gypsum Public Libraries. If you're a visitor, a full-time resident, or just here for work, you can get a library card just by stopping in and bringing your photo ID. With your library card, you can check out anything in our libraries as well as our online collection. For more information, please visit evld.org.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day than with Good Morning Vail crew. Get your news, sports, weather, dining, community events, and so much more. We'll start your morning off right at 7 a.m. And now you can find us 7 days a week. You bring the coffee, we'll bring the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or watch us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Kev, you've been gone for some time, so you've missed a lot of the really fun activities, and we've just started some new fun activities.
You know, I have. I've missed a lot, and it's funny because things always continue to build here in the Vail Valley. I know every time we get on and we start talking about events here in the community, the next day, literally, there's 3 new things that are coming down the pipeline. It's hard to keep up with.
I know, it is really hard to keep up with, and there's just so many great activities. And so, where'd you like to start?
Well, you know, we always start over at the AMP, and we talk about things going on, whether it's hot summer nights or that amazing programming they've got for the big concert series.
All right, so you want to talk about the AMP?
Let's do it.
All right, so right now at the AMP, if you're looking for something to do, the Vail Dance Festival has officially kicked off.
It's official.
Which this is an incredible performance. We have so many amazing ballet companies from all over the country here, and one of the big ones, the New York City Ballet, with my girl Tyler Peck is here, which this is a really cool kind of way to get out there and see how incredible these athletes are. But tonight is the up close event, which means that they're going to have the director and the choreographer. Yes. And the artists and the ballerinas and everyone really performing and breaking down each and every movement that they do. And this is really cool. I got to go last year and I was just in such awe of the athleticism and honestly the flexibility of these humans' feet.
And that's the word you have to use when describing a dancer is an athlete, because what they do is incredible. We've been to a few ballets together, whether out there or at the Villar Performing Arts Center, and we've seen some amazing things happen. And again, the moves, the jumps, the lifting, the movement overall, and there's always meaning behind it, which is that's where the choreographer comes in. And to be able to talk to them and talk about the interpretive dance that's going on there is a great experience.
It's so wonderful, and so you can see they've got a great lineup of shows. It's going until the 9th, so you can go, you can participate in something, and so tonight is the up close. Tomorrow there's one in the park here at Nottingham, a performance at Nottingham, so this is going to be a free one, open to the public. You can go, you can enjoy the lawn seating, and then there are master classes, so maybe you've always wanted to give a shot in ballet or in jazz or in interpretive or in urban or whatever it is, well, then now you're getting into the opportunity because these are some of the most incredible dancers here in the world.
Yeah, that's the one thing about living in a world-class destination is you get that world-class entertainment that comes through.
100%. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, well, then you can always check out the Up Close over there at the amphitheater. And then you can always go to discovervail.com for the entire lineup of activities and events taking place over in Vail because they have such a broad spectrum, something for everyone in the family.
Now, let's take it over to Beaver Creek because we went to a fun performance before I left. And we didn't get to talk about it. And we had so much fun that night.
Yes, Corinne Bailey Ray came to town, and she is an absolutely wonderful performer. Her outfit was killer. The entire show was amazing. And, I mean, she just rocked the stage.
Okay, so you started commenting to her while she's on stage. It started with hair.
No, it started with the outfit.
Was it the outfit and all the sequins? And
yeah.
She was shimmery.
And then it went to the boots.
And then it went to the boots.
Yep.
And then the hair.
And then the hair.
And the voice. I mean, it just was, you were so
thing.
complimentary that night.
I was so
And she was so appreciative.
I know.
We were in the front row.
She was engaging right back with me, and it was an absolutely incredible show. But that's one of the perks of the Villar Performing Arts Center, is no matter where you're sitting in that venue, because there's just over 530 seats, no matter where you are, it's a great seat. The ambiance is amazing. The acoustics are amazing. And then you do get to interact with the artists from any level of that space.
That's where we always talk about being so intimate, because it is. You get to see who they are, their personalities. They're so authentic when they're up on stage. And that interaction between the artist and the audience is one that you'll never find anywhere else.
No, and it's really cool because they do take a lot of time when they select an artist and they bring people in to know that it's going to be a great performance. They had a hilarious comedian there last night. She's been in Star Trek. She's been on late night shows. She's done a lot of really fun things. And so to have her come and kind of see her perspective, and that was really cool. And then they've got a dance performance coming up, and then they've got a lot of bands that people really love and know, and so it's just a great place to go. And then they just released the Underground Sound Series.
Well, I was getting ready to comment on that because when we were there, Owen and Tess were commenting. They're already into 2023, 2024 booking events, and their lips were a little tight on a few of the performers coming in, so you know it's going to be something spectacular.
And they always just do such a good job. They spend so much time hand selecting each and every one. And so the Vail Performing Arts Center is a great place for you to get up there and enjoy one of the many amazing places that we have to just kind of enrich the culture here in Vail.
Yep.
So then, of course, if you're up in Beaver Creek, there's always so many great things taking place. And so right now, tonight, for Beaver Creek, if you're looking for something to do, Movies Under the Stars is taking place, so you can get up there. You can enjoy some nice movie right there and see everything. So they've got live music, and then they've got Movies Under the Stars, and that kicks off at about 8 p.m., so you can get up there with the family, and there's shuffleboard, and there's ping pong, and there's all sorts of things to do.
Helmet Fricker.
Helmet Fricker. We love Helmet Fricker. And then tomorrow you can enjoy the Fossil Posse up in Beaver Creek, and then continuing, and Move and Groove. I always forget about Thursday, Move and Groove.
Yep.
Continuing into Friday, there is going to be a great event up in Beaver Creek this weekend.
What is that, Maddie?
It is the Beaver Creek Arts Festival.
Which is one of the biggest festivals they have up there. It's one of the signature events that they have. So you've got these artists, whether it's metal, whether it's wood, whether it's paint, anything art related is up there. And it's so much fun. You've got some food vendors. In addition to the wonderful restaurants that are up there, you've got Hooked, you got Coyote Cafe up there. So something for everybody.
There's always great things to be done and had up in Beaver Creek, and that's one of the things that makes it such a great family-friendly resort, because they do make sure everyone in the whole family is entertained, and the artists that come in are just to die for. And one of my favorite stories from Beaver Creek from my childhood is I was this little girl, and I was running around in the river, and I had this sequence olive green outfit on, and a painter took a picture of it and then painted it literally live there, and it was so incredible, and I wish that I knew how to track it down, but unfortunately the only person...
I'm sure it sold at Sotheby's auction for millions.
Millions.
So
yeah, you can always go up to Beaver Creek and enjoy that. Now let's make our way down to Avon. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's head down the hill.
All right, now if you're looking for something great to do tonight, maybe outside, moving, grooving, listening to some fabulous music, well then you can go to Nottingham Park for the Avon Live series. This is a really great concert series, and everyone that has gone has just said the most wonderful things about it.
Yeah, and again, if you want to be brave and get out on a paddleboard, you can do that. If you just want to sit on the beach, sit in the grass, you know, it's, again, something for every date night, family night. Any night's a great night at Nottingham Park.
Any night's a great night just here in our community because there's so many fun things taking place, and so you can see the lineup of events and activities taking place with each and every artist that we have coming in. They pick really good ones for this concert series as well, whether it's a local touring artist, whether it's a national touring artist. If we have the chance to bring them in, let them stop and enjoy the beautiful ambiance of Nottingham Park, because you've got that great pavilion with the great stage, and then you've got Beaver Creek up to the side of you, and then of course you've got Nottingham Lake behind you. It's just breathtaking there.
Yeah, and as the sun sets down over the stage, it's just a beautiful, beautiful scene.
It is absolutely incredible, so you can get out there and you can enjoy that tonight. I think that we've covered all of the upcoming events. I think we're going to have more to talk about tomorrow as we get closer to the weekend, and there's just so many things
They'll be adding things on every day.
Every day. So make sure that you check out the calendar lineup for things taking place here in our community, and you mark your calendar according, because there's always so many things taking place.
Yep. ValarPAC.org for the Vail Performing Arts Center, BeaverCreek.com, and DiscoverVail.com.
And DiscoverVail.com. We're going to take a short break. When we come back from the break, we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
In the heart of the Vail Village, on the corner of One Willow Bridge Road, across from Solaris, is Lamina Jewelry. We have one of the largest selections of designer, fine, and fashion jewelry in the Vail Valley. In addition to our unique and one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces, we have museum-quality fossils and minerals that you truly have to see to believe. We pride ourselves on our customer service and knowledge of your pieces. Come in as a customer, leave as a friend.
If you're looking for local sports coverage around Vail Valley, we've got you covered right here on The Scoreboard, where you can find exclusive sit-down interviews with some of the top athletes in all of Vail, Colorado. You can also count on The Scoreboard for live event coverage of the biggest sporting events going on all year long, ranging from the biggest high school matchups to the most popular recreational competitions. Make sure to watch on TV8 Vail every Tuesday and Friday at 6 and 10 p.m. or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
This is a live shot of that covered bridge over in Vail. First thing this morning, and you can see everything is nice and green. We had an absolutely incredible sunrise first thing this morning after we saw a little bit of precipitation come our way last night, which is bringing all of those greens to life, helping with the wildflowers, helping with the wildfires, and helping with the river flows. For today, we are expecting to see maybe a little bit more precipitation. 60 degrees around 8 a.m., a high of 79, 40% chance of rainfall. Now partly cloudy skies, scattered thunderstorms, northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the course of today. So as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see that increasing cloud coverage taking place, partly cloudy skies, maybe a little bit of that sunshine coming out first thing this morning, and then scattered afternoon thunderstorms. That's going to dissipate, and we are going to see partly cloudy skies again. But if you are getting out there on that I-70 corridor, it's important that you're nice and safe, and Kevin's going to give us a road report here in just a moment. But if you are making your way eastbound towards Denver, 89 degrees in Denver, 20% chance of precipitation, so a little bit more sunshine down there. 79 in Vail, 83 in Avon, increased chances of precipitation here in the mountains. And then as we make our way westbound towards Eagle, 86 degrees is the high, 20% chance of precipitation. As we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures cooling down, 50 degrees is our overnight low, 20% chance of rainfall, partly cloudy skies, and that sun going down just a little bit earlier. Now we're going to see the wind shift directions just a little bit. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the course of this evening. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, though, tomorrow, decreased chances of precipitation, so we will see mostly sunny skies, a high of 82 degrees. 80s continuing by Friday, 80 degrees, 70% chance of precipitation, and that increased chance of moisture is going to make its way into Saturday, decreasing by Sunday with a 60% chance, and then decreasing it yet again by Monday with a 50% chance of moisture. Now, we were just telling you about a great activity that you can get out there and enjoy this weekend up in Beaver Creek. Well, also mark your calendars for Beaver Creek Wine and Spirits Festival, August 11th through 14th, because it's going to be a great time to get out there and enjoy some great food and wine. Now we're going to take it over to Kevin, who's going to give us a look at that road report.
Thanks a lot, Maddie. As we walked through and we looked at all the community events, there's going to be a lot of traffic coming in the valley for all these different events that are taking place. But if you're a local and you're heading out, you got to pay attention to those roads, especially with some of that weather that we're getting in. As the rain falls, coming down the mountain, if you're going up over the pass, that rain coming across the highway can add to the ability to hydroplane on the road. So just make sure you take your time. We always talk about windshield wipers, making sure your blades are clear so that you can see clearly going out. And also, Maddie mentioned that sun coming up. That sun glare can also get you, especially if you're on the way to Denver. Make sure that sun glare, you've got your sunglasses, you've got your sunscreen down in the car, because you may be diverted over there by Floyd Hill. Sometimes they're taking people off on Highway 6. So just be prepared for that. A good way to do it is to go to coloradocodot.gov. Now that's planning ahead, making sure you can look at any road closures. You can also sign up and get the app to get any alerts on things going on. There's a lot of construction still on those roadways, especially going up over the pass between here, Silverthorne, and then from Silverthorne over towards Denver, a lot of construction. So slow down, give those highway workers a little bit of a break, and make sure you're mindful of those different speed limits, because they adjust those through those construction zones. Another thing to be very mindful of is that wildlife. Still a lot of big wildlife activity out there on those roadways, so just be careful. You're paying attention as you're out there, and as always, make sure eyes on the road, not on the phone. We want you to be safe and secure out there as a TV8 viewer, to make sure you tune in every day to see what's happening on Good Morning Vail. When we come back, we'll talk to Danielle Turner of Deerfield Media.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
Good morning, Vail.
If you're looking for a great way to get in shape or maybe recover from an injury, well, Pilates is such a solid foundation, from everything from your core to your leg strength. And we've got an expert here in the space from Vail Pilates, Malin. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
I'm very glad to be here. Thank you.
We're very glad to have you here because you've been here in the community teaching Pilates for a very long time.
Yes, I do. Well, I came to Pilates late in life, but once I got hooked on it, I got very serious about it. And I've been teaching since 2007. And, I teach almost year-round, but I teach skiing too. But yeah, and Pilates Vail is getting more and more popular as a feature.
It is, and it's in a great location. You guys are located in the Vail Racket Club, correct?
Yes, we are.
Which is a beautiful area and a beautiful facility, but Pilates has so many health benefits for people who maybe don't know about Pilates. What makes it different from just a regular workout?
I think it is not such a hard impact.
Mm-hmm.
It's It's not soft because you can really work out. You can get even some cardio in it, but it brings the small muscles to life, and it never wears you out because it's a whole body exercise. Every movement is including everything in the body.
Which is really important, and especially if you're someone who maybe skis or bikes or plays golf, these all really help you from the core strengthening to the leg strengthening to using those little muscles like in your shoulders. I have a bad shoulder, and maybe using those little muscles and stimulating them would help my shoulder feel more secure.
Yes, and especially nowadays, when everybody's on their phone, on the computer, it's amazing to see how people have a hard time to move their shoulders.
Right.
And that's really what I address a lot among very young people, more than the older people. But you have to have certain movements that are functional to live well and live healthy. And if you want to have a vibrant life, you have to be able to reach, you have to bend.
Right.
And we address everything in every movement.
And so we're showing some video right now of some of the classes that you give to people, which you can just see these movements aren't the ones where you're lifting these very heavy weights where you're wearing yourself out quickly, but you're just engaging every muscle while you're engaging your core and you're engaging your shoulders. And so it's really cool to see this really come to life and how it can help people.
It does, and injured people can still do it. You can have help with the springs, you can help with just getting an aid for it. But it's also that you use the whole body, so you never wear out a knee, I think, like you do if you do an awful lot of jumping, for example.
Right, when you're doing those intense box jumps to gear up for winter, for ski season, to get your legs in shape, you're wearing out your knees and you're putting that strain directly on them. And so something like Pilates, where you're using basically a little bit of restraint from some of the machines, but then your own body weight, and you're just pushing yourself a little bit further, but in a way where you're also making sure that everything is staying safe and healthy.
Yes, and it's funny, mostly people come to Pilates through mat work because every club can put out a mat and have a mat. But that is mostly the hardest you can do because you don't have any aid from any springs or anything.
Right.
But when you are on the reformer and you are on a low chair, for example, you have the springs that really explains for the body that this is what you can do.
Which is good because then you're never pushing your body too far. You know that limit. You can feel that limit within yourself because some people get to the gym and they're like, let me do 5 more reps. And in those 5 more reps, they're tearing their muscles to a point where they're not going to be able to walk for a couple of days.
Yes. It's people get a little sore after Pilates lessons, but they don't get so sore that they go around and suffer from it at all.
Which is really important. And so there are a lot of benefits to Pilates, not only just the movement, and then there's always that mental component of pushing yourself a little bit harder, but also grounding yourself by being there and just focusing on all of these little muscles in your body that you can feel.
You know a lot about it. This is wonderful. Yes, it's really a mind-body connection. And the breath is like the bridge between the mind and between the body. So you inhale through your nose, you exhale through your mouth, and you can stay in that. So it's much more mindful than just going and watching TV and be on some machine in the gym.
Right, which, although some people find that to work really well for them, then your mind is not grounding with your body, and so your breathing is not fluid, and then that's when you can really get more accident prone.
Yes, and I just went to a lecture with the ballet, with the Le Mans company the other day, and they talked about that breath was the most important in their work, and they wanted to be grounded. And it's the same thing as we do with Pilates Vail. We try to make people live, vibrant, feeling their breath, and be active at any age.
Which is really important because we're very active and we're very outdoorsy and we're very healthy here. And so to have this resource where people can come, they can venture out to the beautiful East Vail, they can come to the Vail Racquet Club, they can spend some time with you, who is absolutely incredible and so knowledgeable, and someone who teaches skiing. So that way, if someone comes in and they're like, specifically, I want to use this as conditioning for skiing, then I'm sure you have some great resources for them.
Yes, and I have had a sore knee myself, and I don't want to do anything, injections or anything, but with the low share and slowly, increasing the weight or whatever, I feel like I have fixed it. And I have other clients that also feel like it really helps. I can get back in shape to do what I want to do, to really live an active life.
Which we love to hear. And so if people are interested in maybe taking one of your fabulous Pilates classes, what's the best way for them to get more information?
Well, they can go on the website for Pilates Vail. They can go on Instagram, Facebook, and also, yes, of course, they can call me, but I didn't think about that. Phone numbers you forget here anyway.
Well, and there's so many things that you can find on the internet, and so here's your business card. Here you are.
Thank you.
It is incredible. And Malin, thank you so much for coming in and giving us all this great information on Pilates.
Thank you, and you are so knowledgeable, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, we're so happy to have you come back anytime. Make sure that you check out the website. That way you can get your Pilates on, and with the one, the only Malin, because she is amazing, and she's such a great resource here in our community to really help you build that strength back up. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got some very special guests to introduce you to.
Good morning, Vail.
The mountains are a place for adventure and a space for renewal. Enjoy our cozy piece of the mountain. Relax and reset in total tranquility after any adventure. We offer therapeutic massage and restorative facials with some of the best remedies and techniques nature has to offer. Ask about our Hydrofacial MD facial system that uses patented technology to extract and infuse the skin. Our locally owned boutique spa is located inside the Highline Vail. Nourish your mind and body. Discover true Vail at Après Massage and Facials.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
I'm Blake O'Rulian.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then we've got you covered in 4 great mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe.
You can tune into Park City TV, TV8 Vail, or at thescoreboardnation.com.
We'll see you there every day at 6:30 p.m.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. One thing we love to do here on TV8 is showcase all of our local athletes. And from time to time, we have coverage of those local sports at the high schools. We even have the athletes here on the couch talking about upcoming events they're going to do. One of the biggest segments that's great for our local athletes is called the Scoreboard. I'm here with Danielle and Blake, and we're going to talk a little bit about how the Scoreboard is evolving and what we're going to be doing. Danielle, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm so glad to have you back, Kev.
Well, it's good to be back. I love it. I missed you guys.
We missed you too.
So let's talk Scoreboard. We all know TV8 is the place to go to watch their local athletes perform, see the highlights, have interviews. But where has the Scoreboard come from and where are we headed?
You know, I think local sports has always been a big component for Deerfield Media and its stations. A number of years ago when we purchased a station in Reno, Tahoe, which is now known as the Nevada Sportsnet, we developed a show called The Line, which you can watch here on TV8.
Yeah.
And it was essentially like a show that was looking at Olympic athletes, Olympic hopefuls, a little bit more professional athletes, and their career and kind of like what their line was.
Right.
But as we developed that show, like the overriding theme with those athletes was, wow, I wish we had had something like this when we were younger athletes.
Right.
And I really think that sparked something in Steve Mumblow, the president, and I, that we have all these like local kids
Right.
that do incredible things. Even if that's just while they're in high school or whether they go on to play collegiate, really doesn't matter.
Right.
They're still making such a commitment to their sports. And they deserve that kind of recognition. And so out of that, we developed this local sports show called The Scoreboard that we, started in Park City and then brought to TV8 when we purchased the station a year ago. And even then evolved that into Scoreboard Nation,
Right.
which is, a regional outdoor program that we collaborate, the Park City station, the Vail station, and Nevada Sportsnet. And all three stations contribute a little something, kind of from our three favorite mountain towns. So it's been a really fun evolution. And now we've brought Blake on board as the director of sports programming for the company to kind of oversee what we're doing in Park City and in Vail. And so I'm going to let him talk a little bit about what we're planning on here locally for the Scoreboard.
Yeah. So Blake, when we talk about the destinations that Danielle mentioned, whether it's here, Park City, Nevada, it's world-class destinations. And with that, we get these world-class athletes that are coming out of it. So how do you see this fitting into what you're doing now with the program?
We're really just trying to put together the best possible show to showcase, like Danielle said, some of the best local athletes that we possibly have, whether they're getting ready for the games or whether they're a local athlete playing on the basketball team. Whoever it may be, we're just trying to find the absolute most interesting stories, some of the best kids. We want to get to know them. We want to have them tell their stories. We also want to talk to them about how they feel about, scoring 3 goals in a game, putting up 30 points one night in the gym. These kids are really incredible. I mean, just yesterday we sat down with a couple of soccer players and just some of their stories, their commitments to this team, some of the things that they want to be doing for the next couple of years. It's really, truly inspirational. And on top of that, we get to talk to athletic directors who know so much about what's going on, what goes into creating a sports program for all of these kids all around locally. But we also get the chance to talk to these coaches who have been there for 10 plus years. We talked to a coach yesterday who's been coaching for 30 plus years. I mean, the amount of miles on them, the passion they have for the kids, the passion they have for the sports, it's stuff that coming to work every day, being able to talk to them and get to know them is truly very rewarding for myself. So,
well, you use the word passion a lot because that's what these kids are. They're very passionate about what they're doing. And I can tell you're passionate about getting Scoreboard Nation back on the track because the line starts here locally. And as we watch these kids progress through and talk to these coaches that have been around forever, they're the ones that have dealt with these athletes that have gone to the Olympic professional levels.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, seriously, you find these kids and you just can't believe where they're headed and what they can do. The talent level, both here in Park City, wherever you may be, it's through the roof. Some of the things that these kids are doing is truly unbelievable, and they will go to the next level. And so being able to see them at kind of these infant stages of their athletic careers, to see where they can go, it's unbelievable to be able to watch.
Well, that's going to be a great time to watch how the dedication from these kids goes from one level to the next, and the dedication that TV8 and Deerfield Media has in following this and making it such a great program for the locals to watch.
Yeah, we're really excited. And so Scoreboard can be seen Tuesdays and Friday nights here on TV8 at 6 p.m. And then, of course, if you've missed some of the episodes that we've done over the last few weeks, thescoreboardnation.com. Where you can find all the links to all of those things. And then we also set up an email address, scoreboard@tv8vail.com. So if if your kid is an athlete and we haven't had a chance to reach out to you, reach out to us. Let us know the story. because we would love to feature as many kids as we possibly can.
Yeah, they're just a blast to get here on the couch. You
Yeah.
learn, it's like you're talking to an Olympic athlete when you start hearing someone that's maybe 13, 14 years old talking about their diet, talking about their training. I mean, we talk about dedication, we talk about passion, and it's fun to watch it start there.
It's unbelievable. We talked to some of the most amazing athletes. I just talked to a kid who has 3 lifting world records. I mean, he's squatting and bench pressing numbers that you wouldn't even believe. And to hear about this 17-year-old kid who's going on the East Coast to go bench press 400 plus pounds, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see what you've got in store for us on Scoreboard Nation. And thank you, Danielle, for sitting on the couch with me, and Blake coming in from Park City to share where we're headed with Scoreboard.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Kevin.
Thank you. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Good morning, Vail.
It's a great day to get out there and soak up a little bit of the sunshine that we're going to see first thing this morning. 60 degrees around 8 a.m., high of 79, 40% chance of rainfall coming our way. Partly cloudy skies, scattered thunderstorms. Now we're going to see northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour throughout the course of today. So as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see partly cloudy skies taking place first thing in the morning into the early afternoon. We're going to see that high settle in between that 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock hour, but we are expecting those scattered thunderstorms to take place around 4 p.m. and then it is going to dissipate and we're just going to see a little bit of cloud coverage later this evening. Now, as we take a look at that I-70 corridor, like Kevin said, it's really important to watch out for that sun glare when you're getting out there. So 89 degrees in Denver, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of cloud coverage, a slight chance of precipitation in Denver. 79 in Vail with a 40% chance of moisture, 83 in Avon with a 30% chance of moisture, 86 in Eagle with a 20% chance of precipitation. So if you're traveling eastbound first thing this morning, watch out for that sun glare, and if you're traveling westbound later this evening, watch out for that sun glare as you make your way towards Eagle. Now, as we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, temperatures cooling down. 50 degrees is our overnight low, continuing into tonight with a 20% chance of precipitation. Partly cloudy skies. We are expecting to see that sunset at 8:18. They've slowly been going down earlier and earlier. Wind shifting directions a little bit. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour as you're getting out there. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, though, we are going to see some interesting weather as it's kind of moving in. 20% chance of precipitation tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, high of 82. But by Friday, we're going to see this low pressure system make its way in. High chances of precipitation coming our way. 70% chance of moisture on Friday, continuing into Saturday, and we're going to start to see those temperatures dip down into the 70s. By Sunday, we are expecting a 60% chance of precipitation, and then on Monday, we're going to see that dissipate a little bit. So we might see those cumulus clouds come our way over the course of the next 5 days. Monsoonal season is here, and we are expecting that cloud coverage to make its way. Ooh, Kevin, what a busy show.
What about those cumulus clouds coming in?
Right.
My gosh.
We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you that weather report, especially because they've got so many great rain jacket options if you need one, or if you need anything for your outdoor adventure, whether it's a paddleboard to go to Nottingham.
You never know. But talking about outdoor adventures, if you're planning on getting out, doing any hiking or biking, make sure you dress accordingly, because it looks like we could get some weather moving in.
We definitely are going to see some weather moving in, which is really nice, though, because it's going to help with the wildfire prevention, and we've been really lucky this year so far.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, knock on some wood. We're really hopeful that we continue to see all of this stay nice and safe. And then, of course, the wildflowers are just going to start blossoming more and more.
Oh, they look beautiful. I was on a hike a couple weeks ago, and
With your new puppy.
With my new puppy. And they were incredible. The wildflowers were out in full force, and I've seen some photos of people that have posted the last few days, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is absolutely gorgeous, and now we're starting to see those little tiny sunflowers pop up along the I-70 corridor. So as you're making your way from Vail to Avon, if you just peek on either side of the road, there are these beautiful little sunflowers growing everywhere.
And if you haven't guessed, that's Maddie's favorite flower. As I was driving through France, I had to stop because there were these sunflower fields as far as you could see, and so I had to take some photographs and a video and send it her way.
They were absolutely amazing. You know, the saddest thing that's happened to me in recent days is I was just gifted a sunflower plant, and I was told it could live inside, and it is dead. It is so sad and dead.
It needs sun.
It
Hence
has
the name
sun.
Sunflower.
It's in the sun, but I don't think it was warm enough where it was sitting. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this edition of Good Morning Vail. Kevin, thank you for taking us all on all of your wild adventures with you.
Well, it's my pleasure. I'm happy to share, and thank you for asking me today about that.
Of course. Get out there. Have a fabulous Wednesday, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow as we'll be live from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards,